Don't help me. Fuck off. Oh. Well, hello there. Bit of a different video today. I'm on a other people's bikes ride, and this other people is Mr. Jeremy Fry, and we'll introduce him in a minute. And we're currently on 7 Lees Lane in Gloucestershire. And I'll show you now exactly where we are. Now, ordinarily, on other people's bikes, I'd take his bike out. This rather spectacular KTM 1290 Adventure S.
Indeed.
But I'm too little. I can't touch the floor, and I'll show you how I can't get it up. That's what she said. And I often wonder, since KTM have had so many financial troubles, is it because their bikes aren't made for little people? Anyway, in a change of form for our normal conversation, what I wanted to have a chat is with Jeremy. Particularly, we've been out today now for about an hour and a half, 2 hours on, let's say, green laning. Now, Jeremy is new to the adventure bike world. So before we get into your experience of today, run us through your bike history, oldest to the last one.
Oldest. I have to go back to when I was about 17, had an RD 350.
Nice.
Straight on to a GS 1000. Then I had a DR 650 Super Motor. Then back to a Vanson Hines 1000, which would be a Yamaha FZR. Then ZZR.
Which one?
600. Then a GT 1000 Cafe Racer.
Nice.
Super Motor 950. Harley Davidson Night Train.
Yeah.
And why I did, I don't know. But then back onto a KTM again. So yeah, happy days.
So one thing we were talking about is you've had this bike now for about, what? A year? And this is the first time you've done this sort of activity and these sort of green lanes, and we've come across all manner of services today, from mud to ice to moss and everything in between.
Yeah.
How have you found it?
It's one of the most exciting things I've done in a long, long time. Good though, very good, enjoyable, exciting. It's just nice to do something a bit different. I'd definitely do it again. That's why the whole reason I bought the adventure bike was to do something a little bit different. That's exactly what, moving forward.
I think the one thing for me that I said is that riding this on these sort of roads, maybe worse than this, at sort of 12 mile an hour, I learned far more about my riding doing that than I ever have done doing silly speeds on a fast lane road or a motorway. Because it's about, like I think you said earlier, your clutch control, your balance, understanding how your bike's going to react.
Yeah.
The change of surface in space of 4 or 5 meters. You've gone from sort of dry tarmac to a bag of shit, and you're going, fucking hell, this is a bit tricky. Now, do you feel this bike is the right size for you for this type of terrain? Do you think with the weight and the seat height, as I mentioned, it's too tall for me?
Yeah, not once since I've had it, I've not once felt not at ease with it. I feel perfectly at ease with it. It's agile, versatile, and I don't think, having sampled this now, I don't think I'd ever go back to a road bike again.
So,
in the sense of a classic road bike.
Yeah.
More so than an adventure bike, I'd stick with the adventure bike.
Would you want to stay with that, with the heavyweight adventure bike, or go to a middleweight, more like this type of thing that I've got?
That means I'd have to have 2 bikes. I'd have to have 2 bikes. One for all-terrain, something a little bit more green laning, or something with something that I've got now. And at the moment, this ticks all the boxes.
So how have you found the Gloucestershire countryside? I know you're from
Beautiful.
You're from Portishead, so you've come north. You have to change your money and bring your passport and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's a nice area to come round. Having worked down here, this neck of the woods, being in the building trade, I've worked around this area before, but never actually gone out with it on a motorbike. So having done so, I'll be back again.
No, perfect. I think one of the things Jeremy and I were talking about earlier is that the thing about having this type of bike on this type of road is that I'm riding along and I'm looking at my sat nav and I'm going, fuck it, I'll go down that road. Or that looks like a tiny little shit road, let's go down that. which unless you've got an adventure bike, for me, you're never ever going to do that, because that would be
Right.
insane.
Absolutely.
So we have only travelled probably 15, 16 miles away from where I live, but we've been riding for 2 hours on crap little roads.
Yeah.
And I think this type of bike is, of all the bikes I've had, and you've had, it's the only bikes, the adventure style bike, it opens up so much more
Absolutely.
of the country that you just don't simply go down. I've got no business being on this fucking road, neither of you, but we're on it.
Yeah. And you see so many things you'd never would ever see otherwise.
Yeah.
You know. And yeah, I'd be doing it again.
No, excellent.
So happy days.
Thank you very much. So what I'll do now, we'll have a look at how tall Jeremy's bike is and see the issue I have with it. Because I love this bike. I'd love to wring its fucking neck, but I would have to lean up against a lamppost if I ever tried to stop or something. So yeah, with that, if you could hit subscribe, that would be awesome.
Perfect.
Cheers. Right, let's see the issues I've got with this bike. Interestingly, from a tank height perspective, mine's actually taller, but let's give it a go. Oh. Oh. Don't help me. Fuck off. Oh. Oh. No, it's not happening. Maybe I'm a weakling, but what's interesting is I found the balance of this bike, the weight of it, compared to the 1300 GS, compared to the 1250 GS, is, I find it an unmanageable bike, which is peculiar. So, if you are looking for an adventure bike and you have got long legs, buy a KTM. If not, buy one of these.